know. They was just on some weird shit. So like everybody did an official weigh-in. They wouldn't let me do an official weigh-in. And then they had me weigh in here. And they made me keep on certain stuff. So it's just a lot of weird stuff going on.
It was a dog move you did. Now it's how insulted you are or how triggered you are, how you're going to react to that. Are you going to let a man mug you off, call you a dog to your face? How are you going to react? Are you going to come back with some facts? Are you going to come back with violence? You don't know. So I want to see how that.
And Atama sort of like put a half jab right hand in southpaw, so it was a jab, and just sort of knocked him over. Steve Gray, the referee, was just a split second too late. Not his fault. He saw what was happening. He jumped in to stop the fight, and it was gone. Jermaine Franklin took that uppercut. It just totally took his soul. He was gone. He was out on his feet. Don't know how he didn't fall over. And Atama just put a little jab into him, a little stiff jab, knocked him over, face first.
I feel like I got a little bit away from the coach's game plan. I got caught with a punch. I got dropped. I feel like I could have got up, but they stopped the fight.
It was an amazing performance. You know, he done what nobody else has been able to do to Jermaine. And you think about 4 years ago, two-time world champion, AJ couldn't do it. Dillian White 4 years ago couldn't do it. You know, he's got a tremendous chin, as you see. He took some really big shots. He was very patient. He works hard and broke him down. And when he got the opportunity to catch him clean, those two shots were phenomenal.
Jermaine Franklin said himself that he took money to lose against Moses Itauma. This confession is explosive and unbelievable. He admits he didn't fight at his best and chose the easy way out. The boxing world is stunned as Franklin openly exposes his own compromise inside the ring.
No, I actually thought he'd do more, honestly. I thought he'd come out more aggressive. I thought he'd come out trying to do more in the earlier rounds, so I probably sat back a little bit too much, waiting for him to be more aggressive than what he was.
Jermaine Franklin said that Moses Itauma is nothing in front of him and he could have beaten him easily. He openly admitted he lost because he took money, shocking the world with his confession. This is a bold and controversial revelation that has left fans speechless.
Jermaine Franklin's response to getting stopped. I was in the ring obviously after, and his team were livid about the stoppage, and I guess that's because they've never seen him get stopped before. And I was like, guys, I even went over to one of his camp, and I was like, when you watch it back, you'll know it was a very good stoppage. Like Steve Gray got it.
Daniel Dubois highlights that Jermaine Franklin's stoppage was shocking considering he claimed he could have beaten Moses Itauma easily. Franklin admitted his own actions, not Moses' skill, determined the outcome, revealing a jaw-dropping secret behind the fight and sending shockwaves through fans everywhere.
It was Jermaine's a crafty operator, but we got that stoppage. That was a great stoppage.
A lot of people are saying Moses, he started to blow a little bit. Did you see that he was maybe tiring, or did you feel like there was a consistency of intensity in his fight?
It's a fight. He found the shots. What can I say? Great prospect.
Fraka's words underline the shocking reality of Franklin's confession. The fight wasn't about Moses' dominance in the ring. It was Jermaine himself who sabotaged the outcome. This revelation shakes the boxing world and raises questions about integrity at the highest level.
Atama sort of like put a half jab right hand in his southpaw, so it was a jab, and just sort of knocked him over. Steve Gray, the referee, was just a split second too late. Not his fault. He saw what was happening. He jumped in to stop the fight, and it was gone. Jermaine Franklin took that uppercut. It just totally took his soul. He was gone. He was out on his feet. Don't know how he didn't fall over. And Atama just put a little jab into him, a little stiff jab, knocked him over, face first. He was gone out cold. And what a fantastic knockout and stoppage against somebody who's never been stopped.
Wade Plamine's observation puts Franklin's confession in harsh focus. Franklin's decision to take money overshadows his abilities in the ring and casts a shadow on his reputation. Fans are stunned to hear him admit it openly, confirming what they suspected but never expected him to say.
Stoppage, I don't know how that happens. He was clearly not fit to fight anymore, and it was going to get worse. I just don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. So that could have just been sour grapes, talking about the referee stopped it too early. But Moses Itauma, what a performance. I can't say enough about how excited I am for this kid, and he's got the world in the palm of his hand right now.
Hearing Franklin openly admit he took money to throw the fight changes everything. What looked like hesitation or fatigue was deliberate, and now the boxing world sees just how much deception was involved. This confession is shaking fans, pundits, and the sport itself to its core.
we could see how it was, unless he seen or looked up and seen the ref wave it off and he just kind of laid there for a while. But he said, well, I felt I could get up, but they stopped the fight. I don't know if that's the case. I can't rock with that. I don't know if he intentionally lied or whatever. Maybe because
Frank Warren highlights just how durable Jermaine Franklin was, surviving against elite-level power in the ring. Yet even a seasoned fighter with sharp instincts couldn't withstand Moses Itauma's precision and finishing power. Franklin gave his all, but the brutal knockout shots exposed the gap Moses brings to the heavyweight division. His technique, timing, and brutal accuracy show why he's a rising force in boxing, leaving no doubt that even the toughest opponents are vulnerable to his attacks. Every punch was calculated and deadly, proving Moses is operating at an elite level in the division.
Look, he's tough. We know who he was in with, but tough guy, never been stopped. 4 years ago, AJ couldn't stop him. Gillian, 4 years ago, couldn't stop him. He was very patient. He took some really good shots. And you can see him a couple of times loading up to throw that right hand. He boxes well, he's got a good boxing brain. He does his work, gets out, and then comes back, he's back on you. But the shots were brilliant. Those 2 shots, he knocks him out with the first one, and the second caught him with another hard shot going down. Face down, and the corner is screaming that it shouldn't have been stopped there. No.
Adam Smith openly marvels at Moses Itauma's potential, likening him to legends like Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis. The excitement isn't hype. Moses combines power, skill, and composure that suggest he could become a generational talent. Every move he makes in the ring shows awareness and precision that puts him above most heavyweights today. His ability to control distance, time punches perfectly, and adapt in fights makes him a complete package. Experts clearly see the potential for historic greatness, and fans are beginning to understand why Moses' rise is being watched with such high anticipation across the boxing world.
I think he's got the ability to be a generational great. I really do. I haven't been this excited about a heavyweight in a long time. I grew up with Mike Tyson, and of course he just brought something thrilling to the heavyweight division. We've had Lennox Lewis, who I think is our greatest heavyweight, obviously Tyson Fury, AJ, David Haye, and many others. But there's something about this guy. There's something about Moses.
Lawrence Oakley notes how Jermaine Franklin did everything he could, but Moses Itauma's precision and relentless pressure were overwhelming. Franklin gave solid rounds and showed skill, but Moses' combination of timing, punch selection, and raw power made the difference. The young heavyweight displayed maturity beyond his years, knowing exactly when to attack and when to defend. Even clever counters and defensive skills couldn't stop Moses' forward momentum. His ability to read Franklin, punish openings, and finish effectively shows why he's considered one of the most exciting prospects in the division today, leaving no doubts about his dominance.
Yeah, same way that we all kind of saw and expected. He's a fantastic young fighter with great punch power, great punch selection and timing, so he eventually got the shot off.
He was looking for the rounds, and Jermaine Franklin gave him some good rounds in there. Did you feel like, that was the right level of opponent that he needed for his career?
The guy's very cute, very clever, blocked well, slipped well, got up from the first knockdown. He gave him everything that he could, and Moses was just a bit too much.
Dev Sahani emphasizes the flawless execution Moses displayed throughout the fight. Extending past 2 rounds for the first time in recent bouts showed his stamina and control. Franklin tried to respond, but Moses' precision and composure made the stoppage inevitable. Every strike was calculated, showcasing technical brilliance alongside raw power. The fight was a statement. Moses' dominance was evident from start to finish. Even the complaints about the stoppage could not overshadow his flawless performance. It was clear to everyone watching that Moses is not just a rising heavyweight, but a complete fighter capable of overwhelming skilled opponents.
Tonight it was all about answering some questions, right? Did he really answer any? I don't know. We got to see him go beyond 2 rounds, which was a bit different to recent fights. It extended to the 5th, and yeah, maybe he was tired at one point. I don't know. He didn't look tired when he knocked him out, did he? I mean, I think it was just a flawless performance from Moses Itauma, and he sent Jermaine Franklin packing, really. I mean, I saw Franklin was complaining afterwards as well, in the corner were complaining about the...
Ben Davison confirms Moses Itauma's dominance was no fluke. Franklin had quality and resilience, yet Moses' preparation, skill, and tactical execution ensured victory. Every round demonstrated his readiness, power, and intelligence in the ring. Moses proved why he is considered a top-level heavyweight prospect, dominating without wasting energy. Day-to-day work at the gym translated perfectly into fight execution. Fans and experts alike saw a fighter operating above expectations, blending physical strength, timing, and boxing intelligence. Moses left no doubt that his rise in the division is earned and unstoppable, setting him apart from his contemporaries.
Happy with it again. When we said Jermaine Franklin would be able to bring rounds, we didn't say that because the walking punch bag. No walking punch bag is going to go rounds with Moses Itauma. We said that because of his quality, and that's what people was missing. Maybe it was the way that we was articulating it, but he's a very, very good fighter. But that's nothing that we see that week in, week out, day in, day out at the gym, so we know what he's capable of.
Spencer Oliver points out the impressive endurance Moses Itauma displayed, going beyond the usual rounds he's been in. Surpassing the 2-round mark demonstrates not only physical fitness but mental toughness, keeping his composure under pressure. Even with Jermaine Franklin showing more ambition than expected, Moses' precise execution and defensive awareness made every counter effective. The finish was clinical, proving he can close fights decisively while maintaining control. Fans and experts alike notice that Moses' ability to handle extended rounds without losing focus sets him apart from other heavyweights. The combination of timing, anticipation, and ring IQ allowed him to dictate the pace and absorb only what he wanted. This performance shows that even against a resilient opponent, Moses' preparation, skill, and adaptability make him a complete fighter capable of dominating at the highest level in the division.
Answered what we need to know. Listen, he got more rounds in than what we've seen him in previous fights. You know, he hasn't been past 2 rounds for a number of fights now. So we see him going to round 5, which was good. We see him get hit with some shots, which was good. There was more ambition from Jermaine Franklin than I was expecting, but there was also more durability than I was expecting as well. The execution, the finish was...
Fabio highlights the complete skill set Moses Itauma brings to the ring. It's not only his power but the diversity of his attacks, his ability to string together combinations with precision, and the intelligence to adapt mid-fight that makes him dangerous. Moses doesn't rely on one punch. He constructs attacks, mixes levels, and constantly keeps his opponent guessing. Fabio even predicts a referee intervention because Moses' relentless barrage is overwhelming, demonstrating his ability to dominate without giving the opponent space to respond. This showcases both his physical prowess and his boxing IQ. His ring craft allows him to punish mistakes and capitalize on openings efficiently. Fans are seeing a heavyweight with tactical brilliance, explosive finishing power, and unmatched versatility, proving why Moses is considered a rising force in the division. He's a fighter who imposes both fear and respect in every bout.
I think Moses just has so many more skills, tools in his toolbox, so much more diversity in the way he's going to go about things. That plus a game plan and putting his punches together, combinations. It's going to be a multitude. It's not going to be one punch bang. It's going to be a multitude of up, down, picking this shot, picking that shot, just a barrage on top. And I think the ref will step in.
Moses Itauma explains how preparation and discipline were key to his victory. 14 weeks of focused camp allowed him to execute his strategy perfectly, showing he doesn't rely on hype but on skill and hard work. The knockout wasn't just power, it was calculated, precise, and the result of diligent training. Moses' mindset demonstrates maturity and professionalism. He prepared for the fight mentally and physically, refusing to be carried away by expectations. Fans can appreciate the level of dedication required to perform at this standard. His composure under pressure and his ability to deliver the finish exactly as planned highlight his ring intelligence. Moses' victory illustrates that preparation, execution, and timing outweigh raw talent alone. Every strike, feint, and combination reflected months of hard work, showing why he is a heavyweight to be reckoned with and a rising star in the division.
Nah, man, I'm appreciative. I've been in camp for 14 weeks, so I prepared very diligently for him. And I know everybody was saying that I'm gonna knock him out, but I can't believe that. I can't believe into that hype. I can't feed into it. I trained hard. I prepared for him diligently, and I got the knockout I trained for. Not what I deserve, but what I trained for.
Dave Allen praises Moses Itauma's defensive brilliance and energy management. He notes that Moses' ability to control distance, evade punches, and return with calculated counters makes him exceptionally hard to beat. Even when Jermaine Franklin attacks, Moses maintains composure, conserving energy while forcing his opponent to overexert. This level of ring craft requires intelligence, timing, and anticipation, showing Moses is more than just a knockout artist. He is a complete fighter. Fans watching see a heavyweight who combines athleticism, defensive skill, and tactical awareness, able to outthink opponents as much as overpower them. Moses' control of the ring, his movements, and the ability to dictate pace frustrates even ambitious challengers. His patience and understanding of spacing highlight a fighter operating at elite level, showing why he is considered one of the most promising talents in a heavyweight division today.
It's what he does when he's not punching, it's what he does when Franklin punches. Franklin feints, he throws the jab, throws the Atama's taking a step or two out of distance, he's bouncing out of distance and back in. It's very hard to do his heavyweight over 10 rounds to really expend that kind of energy.
Eddie Hearn underlines the shock and speed of Moses Itauma's victory. The fight ended faster than expected, demonstrating Moses' ability to read his opponent, find openings, and deliver precise finishing blows. Even experts anticipating an early stoppage were surprised at how quickly and efficiently Moses controlled the fight. This wasn't just power, it was timing, accuracy, and composure combined. Every punch landed with purpose, leaving no room for recovery. Fans are witnessing a heavyweight who imposes his will from the opening bell, dominating opponents with both brains and brawn. Moses' performance confirms that he is a special talent in the division, capable of ending fights decisively while maintaining tactical superiority. The speed and efficiency of the finish add to his aura as a rising force, leaving fans and analysts alike in awe of his skill set and ring dominance.